Find us down at Ross's Creek. We're gonna have a time down the holler off B-Rock Hill. Cool water if you need a chill. Boys mashing apples on the mill. Barnes Mountain wine. Creek kicking for the weekend. Folks are hollering on the way in. County girls, let it all begin. This should be your crime. Full week on Wolf Pen Branch. Little city like a whooped out ranch. Tyler Childers in the food stands. Gonna have a time. Station camp. Found a killer, got her in the clamp. Think she's painted with a dripping stamp. This one is mine. Banjo picking on a full moon. Hear the whippoorwill as she swoons. Up all night like a wild coon. Just mind the shrine. Creek kicking for the weekend. Folks are hollering on the way in. County girls, let it all begin. This should be your crime. Full week on Wolf Pen Branch. Little city like a whooped out ranch. Tyler Childers in the food stands. We're gonna have a time. Creek kicking for the weekend. Folks are hollering on the way in. County girls, let it all begin. It should be your crime. Oh, we gone Wolf Pen Branch. Hey, let's stop for a second. So I was hanging out at this show the other day, and this guy came up to me and he said, my daughter really likes that song, and he actually came and introduced himself this evening. And he said she really likes that Free Chicken for the Weekend song. There they are right over there. See, they're real people. It's real life. Not even on the internet. There you are, and I'm over here. Woo! If we had a string and some cans, we could do like a little phone system and talk about it. But with that, in honor of them and all the greatness of them and you and me and now and Robert Greer, we're going to sing the chorus a little differently. Free chicken for the weekend. Folks are hollering on the way in. County girls, let it all begin. This should be your crime. Full week on Wolf Pen Branch. Little city like a whooped out ranch. Tyler Childers in the food stands. We're gonna have a time with the Roberts on Wolf Pen Branch. We're gonna have a time. Here's a little Robert Earl Keen to quench your thirst for some Robert Earl Keen. This old porch is just a big old red and white Hereford bull standing under a mesquite tree. And now with Dosey, Texas, he just keeps on playing hide and seek with that hot August sun. He's sweating and a panting, cause his work is never done. Oh no, he's got them cows and that red top cane. This old porch is just a steaming greasy plate of enchiladas with lots of cheese and onions and a guacamole salad. You can get them at the Sal Hotel in old downtown with iced tea and a waitress who will smile every time. Yes, you will. I left a quarter tip on my $10 bill. This old porch is a palace walking on a main street in Texas. Ain't never heard or seen the days. GNR and XS and that 62 poster. It's almost faded down and a screen without a picture since the John came to town. Oh no, I love them Junior Mints and Roger Combs too. Yes I do. Oh no. And another mandolin solo for all you fine Kentuckians on on this beautiful evening. Hell, my dad's even here. Living in a camper out back on North Broadway at a bar called Willie's Locally Known that I aforementioned this evening in my conversations with you, the audience. I was dreaming about one day becoming a big songwriter, or maybe just a little songwriter, or maybe just like half of a songwriter, something in between. And I was dreaming about one day going down and 700 or 800 people from the state of Kentucky hanging out at a bar that had not yet been invented, a bar that had not yet been opened, a bar where people could get together and have a good time and sit at their table and look and say, hey, this show's not too bad, you know what I mean? But one day, as I was the booking agent for said bar, I booked a band from North Carolina. And they drove up the road in their van, and they were pretty smelly and pretty hairy, and they appeared to be true bluegrass musicians. And I realized at that moment that I had met my best friends in the entire world. Other hairy, smelly dudes that like to play bluegrass. And I had met the great Town Mountain from Asheville, North Carolina. Many years later, I found myself riding around in the back of their van, trying to figure out if I could be like Casey Stockton and sell a whole bunch of merch. And then I found myself at one point in my life playing banjo in the band. And then at one point in my life, I found myself unable to play the banjo. And yes, that is a downer, but don't let it be a downer, because I'm on the stage at the Burl right now, playing a song for you, with my good friend Roddy Puckett and my good friend Darren Shoemaker. And we're just playing a 1 chord and a 6 chord. If you have your instruments out there, feel free to play along, you know what I mean? That's a 4 chord, here's a 5 chord, and the song goes on just like that. But what you don't know about the part that I haven't made up yet is that Jeff Cox, yes, is moving to North Carolina. And it's a sad day, but the only non-sad part about Jeff Cox moving to North Carolina is it gives me a reason to go down there and visit them Town Mountain boys every now and then, you know what I mean? So if you have a dream of playing one-finger guitar for a bunch of hippies and cowboys and drunkards and sober people at a bar in Lexington, Kentucky, do not fall short of your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Let them ride free into the eternal universe of dreamdom. Take up your Kentucky flag and wave it around at a festival down in Irvine or maybe in Somerset. Be like Ducky and just reach down deep and find some pocket shrooms. Without further ado, you're about to hear the most ripping, the most fantastic, the most nasty, freak nasty mandolin solo of all time. Coming in at 6'4", 246 pounds of pure mandolin fury, Darren Shoemaker. Porsche's just a weather gray hair in 70 years of Texas, who's doing all he can not to give in to the city, and he always takes Robert Earl Keen's rent late. So long as he runs his cattle, he'd pick him up at dinner time. He'd listen to him rattle. He says the Brazos still runs muddy like she's run all along. Ain't never been no cane to grind. Cotton's all but gone. You know this Chevrolet pickup truck, hell, she was something back in '60. But ain't nobody listen to him, cause they all think it's crazy. This old Porsche's just a long time of waiting and forgetting. Not crying about the coming back, or crying about the leaving, and remembering the falling down and the laughter and the curse of luck from all those sons of bitches. We said we'd never get back up. This old Porsche's just a big old red and white Hereford bull, standing under a mesquite tree. Out in Nacogdoches, he just keeps on playing hide and seek with that hot August sun. He's sweating and a panting, cause the world